Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley for those of you that might be new here, and I am a stay-at-home mom full-time as well as an Amazon and eBay reseller. I kind of just try to keep my business alive while I keep my boys alive most of the time, so my life is a little messy, but I do love this business. I made a lot of money and I do hope to share my tips and tricks with all of you. So especially for those of you that might be new to reselling, I am here to just show you that you can make it work on a part-time schedule and that it can be a lot of fun and have a great opportunity for you and your family to have a little bit more financial freedom. So that being said, today's video is all about 5 Amazon mistakes I want you to please avoid when you are just starting Amazon FBA. So these are things that I learned the hard way, and I really hope you don't have to learn the hard way. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Number 1 is please don't sell things in a better condition than they really are. You don't want to say in your listing that your item is used very good when it is used acceptable. It will just make the customer angry and no one will be happy, especially if you're trying to pass off something used as something new. That's just a huge mistake, a big no-no. Amazon might suspend you, so really bad idea. Even if it looks like it's just brand new open box and you can just stick a little bit of tape over the seal to make it look new, please don't do that. That is a really bad idea and it's dishonest, so that's no way that you want to conduct your business. I have in the past tried to upsell things as used very good instead of acceptable, and it has bitten me in the behind, so please don't make my mistake. It wasn't a good idea. I was just trying to get a little bit more money and it's never worth it. So now I under condition. If it looks maybe in between good and very good, I will condition it as good. If it looks maybe acceptable, maybe good, I will put acceptable. I want the customer to be pleasantly surprised when they receive it and see that something's in better condition than they expected. So that's something that I would wish to pass along to you to not do. Number 2 is don't sell a brand you're restricted in under a different listing that either you make or that someone else made. Not a good idea. You might get suspended. Really risky to do with your account. If you're restricted in a brand, you can sometimes fudge it and create a new listing under something else, but with that same brand to make it look like you're not. That's just a really bad idea. So please don't do it. Don't try to use a restricted item as a multi-pack and sell that. You really shouldn't. It's a really bad idea. You could get flagged and suspended. So please don't risk your account. Your account is way more valuable than a few sales. Number 3 is don't stress too much about negative feedback. This is a really hard one for me to learn. Negative feedback is just going to happen sometimes, and that is okay. Really, a lot of sellers don't look at your feedback that much. If you have 95% plus or 90% plus, that's all they care about. In fact, if you have the buy box for a new item anyway, they're not going to look at you. They're going to click buy it now and move along. So it is a really good idea always, of course, to keep your account in good standing. Keep your customers happy. Try to fight it if you can. If you do have a negative review, you can always click and see if Amazon will automatically remove it. If they don't, you can communicate with someone briefly to see if they can remove it. There are steps you can take, but if it's just 1 out of 100 or 2 out of a few hundred, don't stress about it. It's gonna be okay. Just move on. Don't waste your energy and time because likely the customer doesn't really care anyway. So keep that in mind. Number 4 is don't get caught up in selling something so much that you forget about your net profit. It can be really easy to just want your stuff to sell and move and understand that you're only going to be making a few dollars off of it, but in the end, it's just not worth your time to go buy things that you're only going to sell for twice as much as you bought it for. Because after Amazon fees, it's only leaving you a few dollars. So I just have in my mind, I want it to sell for 3 times what I paid, hopefully. And that also gives me a little bit of wiggle room in case the price moves up or down. I know that I have more profit. I know that the price can adjust a little bit and that I'll still make the money that I want, but it's really just not worth it to buy something for $10 that you think you can sell for $20 and then only pocket $3 or $4 in the end. Not worth it. Don't do it. The only exception to this is, of course, you are buying wholesale and the price is generally the same. Then it doesn't really matter if you're only making 20% because you're selling bulk quantity. But I'm talking about one-offs here. Something that you're trying to go to the Walmart clearance aisle or somewhere else and pick out that might sell for you. Don't get caught up in the excitement of finally finding something that is going to make you a small profit. Move along until you find one that is sustainable and giving you a little bit more profit for the time you're going to put in. And number 5 is, don't assume that a bad sales rank means it won't sell for you. I would just look at the camel.com data or the online data to see how often that item sells. Sometimes something has a really bad sales rank with like a name brand because it's just been out of stock for so long. There's no seller listing, which is a really, really good thing. So you want that actually. That could be a really great gold mine for you. So don't assume because it has like a 1.2 million rank or a 2 million rank that it's not going to sell for you if there hasn't been a seller for a while. Just look at the data and make sure you're making an educated choice. Now, of course, if it's a book that has a 2-3 million rank and it has other sellers on the listing and it's just been sitting, I would just assume, you know what, maybe that's not a good mover for me. But sometimes something has a bad rank as well because it just is priced insanely high. And if you come in with a really reasonable offer, it could sell really quickly. So I just wouldn't hurry and toss something away because the rank isn't that great. Now, if the rank's bad and there's a lot of sellers and the price is low, I would run away from that. But if it's got a not great rank and there's no sellers on the listing, that's a good sign. Or if it's just a really high price, that's also maybe an okay sign. Test the waters, see if it'll sell for you at a reasonable price. So those are 5 mistakes that I would avoid if I am starting again on Amazon. Unfortunately, again, I made these mistakes in the past. Please don't make my same mistakes. And also understand that mistakes happen to everyone. You're gonna make them and that is okay. Just know that you can recover from it, and that's how all of us have learned. Anyone that you see who's selling on any platform with any amount of success over time has made mistakes and has learned the hard way on a lot of things. So with that being said, I hope this helped. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want more content about Amazon, eBay, reselling, my crazy life, etc. I really appreciate every single one of you who tunes in. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed and humbled that even one person follows along. So the fact that many of you do just is even more surprising and exciting and humbling. So thank you again, and I will catch you guys next time.